and welcome to the last GK session for your AILET exam. Alright, now this will be a little long because now this is the last one, so I'm going to cover everything that has been left off and all the possible probable questions which are anticipative questions in your exam. Alright, so without wasting further time, we will quickly begin. Okay. Moving ahead to the first question for today. Among the following, who are the three individuals from India to have received the individual category of United Nations Cooperation Award? Now, this award was announced this year. For this year, it has been announced previously also. The 2025 award was an Indian awardee, and that Indian awardee was Varsha Deshpande. Other than Varsha Deshpande, who was the third awardee in this category, we've had two previous ones, which is Indira Gandhi and JRD Tata. So A is your correct answer for this. Please keep in mind. Then how many vice presidents of India have resigned before completing their terms till 2025? So we have a total of 3 vice presidents who have resigned before completing their terms till 2025. The latest one was the previous vice president, Jagdeep Dhankar, and before that we had 2 other. One was Venkat Ramaswamy and another one was P.V. Giri. Okay? And the previous 2 resignations were undertaken, after which both of them went on to become the presidents of India, whereas Jagdeep Dhankar has reportedly resigned on health grounds. Okay? All right. Then the recently signed UK-India FTA or Free Trade Agreement includes which of the following key provisions? All right. So C is your correct answer for this. India is going to cut tariffs on 90% of UK exports to India, while 99% of Indian exports to UK will enjoy zero duty access. ये important है. Please remember the figure. 99% for this. Also, this particular FTA is the 4th FTA that United Kingdom has undertaken with any country after Brexit. All right. This is also one thing that you must keep in mind. Then the primary function of Monetary Policy Committee of the Reserve Bank of India is to. The correct answer to this is B. Decide on the repo rate to achieve inflation targeting. Actually, the Monetary Policy Committee, a little info about it. So it was established in the year 2016 and it has a total of 6 members. 3 of these members are from RBI, 3 members are from RBI and 3 members are from Government of India. Okay, 3 members are from Government of India. And this particular Monetary Policy Committee has 2 basic functions. One is to undertake inflation targeting. Okay, inflation targeting, and this inflation targeting rate is actually limited between 2% to 6%, which is considered as a healthy rate. And actually, out of this, 4% is considered as the best possible rate of inflation. Okay, and the other function of this is, one is inflation targeting, and the second is naturally to promote economic growth. Okay, quickly moving to the next question. Which of the following correctly describes the recent political crisis in Bangladesh in 2025? All right. So A is your correct answer. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was ousted and Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus was appointed to head an interim government, and he presently is also heading the interim government. All right. There's this entire protest that was led in Bangladesh, and it was a young revolt, much similar to the Gen Z protest in Nepal, and they ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina because they believe that she is not giving reservations to the people in the country, and no unemployment rates were extremely stark in the country. So the people, they basically got agitated against it, and there was massive repression by the government during this entire protest, and this repression resulted in killing of a large number of Bangladeshi youth, for which Sheikh Hasina has also been given the death sentence by its criminal court, by the Bangladesh criminal court. Okay. Okay, then coming to the next question, the 2024 Corruption Perception Index released by this Corruption Perception Index is known as the 2024 index, but this is the only one which is relevant in 2025 also. So it is released by Transparency International. Please remember the organization, and India has ranked 96 out of 180 countries. Okay, 180 countries are part of it, and other than that, also remember that a total of 180 countries. Denmark is the cleanest country in this, and also other than Denmark, it ranks the corruption on a score range of 0 to 100. Okay. All right. Then, as per the Chief Election Commissioner and other Election Commissioners Act 2023, who are the members of this election committee that recommends appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner and the election commissioners. All right. This was in 2023, and as per the recommendation of this particular committee, the presently appointed CEC of India is Gyanesh Kumar. Please keep in mind. Also, certain facts about the Election Commission. It is a constitutional body from Articles 324 to Article 329 in Part 15 of the Constitution. And also keep in mind that Gyanesh Kumar on 25th of January 1950 it was established. The first election commissioner was Sukumar Sen, and since 2011, we have been observing or celebrating 25th of January as National Voters Day. All right. So coming back to the question, the correct answer for this is the Prime Minister, a Union Cabinet Minister nominated by the Prime Minister and the Leader of Opposition. So B is your correct answer for this. Quickly, according to World Bank's latest data, where does India rank? Excuse me. Where does India rank globally in terms of income inequality based on Gini index? So this was given this year and very recently. And in terms of income inequality, India ranks 4th. All right. So Gini coefficient is a coefficient which actually measures income inequality in a country. So if your score is near 0, means that there is 0 income inequality, and if the score is near 1, it means that income inequality is higher in the country. Okay. So naturally, our score is next to 0, closer to 0. That is why we rank 4th in terms of income inequality. Okay, World Pulses Day observed every year. Which date? It is on 10th of February. And pulses ke liye, just keep in mind that the largest producer of pulses in India is MP, and also India ranks number 1 in terms of production of pulses, consumption of pulses, and import of pulses. ये तीनों याद है, ठीक है? Okay. Then next question, what is the primary goal of United Nations UN80 initiative? This is important, please keep in mind. So on 80 years, it seeks to bring about certain reforms in the United Nations entire system, specifically in the United Nations Security Council, where a large number of countries like India, Brazil, Germany, Japan, they're all actually asking for inclusion in the permanent seats of the United Nations Security Council. Okay. All right. Then quickly coming to the next one. Which of the following correctly describes the 2025 Kamchatka Peninsula earthquake? So we had 2 major earthquakes this year. One was in Myanmar, which was 7.7 magnitude earthquake, and this was the second one, which was a major one, which took place in Kamchatka. So what is the correct answer for this? It is option number A. For Myanmar, it was 7.7 magnitude, and for Kamchatka, it is 8.8 magnitude earthquake, which struck off in Russia's far east region, which is the Kamchatka region. All right, triggering Pacific-wide tsunami also, and leading to 5-meter waves in Severo-Kurdsk regions. Okay. Okay. Then coming to the next one, who is the first Indian author to win the International Booker Prize? It is Gitanjali Shri. Till now, we've only had 2 International Booker Prize winners. The first one was Gitanjali Shri in 2023, I believe, 23 or 22. And she had won this for her book, Tomb of Sand. All right, Tomb of Sand. And the second one, which has been given this year in 2025, was given to Banu Mushtaq for her book Heart Lamp. Okay, Heart Lamp is the book, and the translator for her book was Deepa Bhashti. Okay. All right. Then by which of the following NDCs outlined under Paris Agreement has successfully been covered by India or achieved by India, it is to generate 50% of electricity from non-fossil fuel sources by 2030. Actually, the initial outlined NDC called this to be 40%, then India subsequently revised it. Okay, India is to submit its as in all the countries who were a signing party to the Paris Agreement, NDCs, Paris Agreement, they had to outline their NDCs. So India did outline its NDCs in 2015 itself, and then regularly these NDCs have to be updated. So till when India had gone to attend the Belém UNFCCC COP50, then India did not give its updated NDCs. After that, around 15-20 days later, India submitted its updated NDCs. Okay. All right. Then the World Trade Organization was established as successor to GATT. This was established in 1948, and then World Trade Organization was established in 1995. Actually, came into power on 1st of January 95, and it was undertaken through the Marrakesh Agreement of 1994. Bretton Woods Agreement is for the World Bank, establishment of World Bank. Okay. All right, then quickly coming to the next one. Which of the following statements about India's executive director at the IMF is correct? This was a recent current affair only, happened this year. So Urjit Patel, who was the former RBI governor, has been appointed as their executive director at IMF for a 3-year term. All right. Okay. Then you have to match the followings with respect to their respective fathers. So Green Revolution, if you look at Green Revolution in India, is M.S. Swaminathan is the father of Green Revolution in India. Norman Borlaug is the father of Green Revolution worldwide. White Revolution is Dr. Varghese Kuran, who was appointed as the director of Amul Cooperative by Ribhuvadas Kishibai Patel. And Blue Revolution is Dr. Hiralal Chaudhary, and Silver Revolution is Indira Gandhi. Blue Revolution is naturally for fisheries, and Silver Revolution is for eggs. Okay. All right. Then the 30th UN Climate Change Conference, scheduled in November 2025, was hosted by which country? So it was hosted in Belém, Brazil. Okay. The 31st COP will take place in Turkey. The 32nd one will be held in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. Okay. So keep that in mind. All right. Then how many languages have been given the status of classical languages in 2025? So it is 11. Till 2024, we had 6 languages as classical languages. Classical language, the entire program has been launched in 2004. There are 3 basic criteria for getting be recognized as a classical language. One is that there should be a good original body of text, and that particular text should range between 1500 to 2000 years back, and the text should be original. It should not be translated or borrowed from any other sources. All right, and there should be good large number of copies and other different literary works in that respective language. The first language to be given the status of a classical language was Tamil in 2004. Then in 2024, we got 5 new languages as classical language. So a total of 11 languages are classical languages. To outline a few, we have Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Odia, Sanskrit. Okay, these were the original one. I think Kannada is also a part of it. Okay, and then now we have Bengali, Pali, Prakrit, Assamese, and Marathi. Okay, we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay. Okay, which constitution amendment reduced the voting age in India from 21 to 18 years? So it is the 61st Constitution Amendment Act. Please remember it. Then which of the following statements is incorrect regarding Nisar satellite? Is incorrect. NISAR is a joint satellite between NASA and USA. This is ISRO. This is correct. Main purpose is to map Earth's entire surface every 12 days. This is also correct. Is expected to have a lifespan of around 3 years. This is incorrect. It is expected to have a lifespan of 5 years. And it has been launched from Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. This is absolutely correct. Okay, to see your incorrect answer. Then coming to the next one, ISS. Which year is it set to retire? It is set to retire in 2030. It was set up in it began its entire setup in 1998, and the first module that went there was known as Zarya. Okay, it is a collaboration of these 5 space agencies. Then its entire structure completed module was put up in space in 2011, and then it is now set to retire in 2030. So we have a lot of other countries who are wanting to set up their space stations. India is also going to set up its space station. The building of the first module will begin on in 2028, and we are planning to set it up there in space by 2035. It is to be known as Bharatiya Antariksh Station. And other than that, China has already put its one station there, which is known as Tiangong. Okay, it is known as Tiangong. All right, and Russia is also planning to build one, which is known as Ross. Okay, then RBI's MPC reduce the repo rate. What is the objective? This question we've just done, but just to keep a crisper answer in mind, it is to promote economic growth and keep inflation within a targeted rate. Okay. Then on the recommendation of which commission was statehood granted to Delhi? It was on the recommendation of the Bal Krishna Committee. This committee was established in 1987, and it was on this recommendation that the 69th Constitution Amendment Act was brought in 1991, which inserted Article 239AA in the Constitution, 239AA in the Constitution, which gave a legislative assembly of 70 members to Delhi, 70 members to Delhi, and out of these 70 members, 10% are going to form the Legislative Council of the Council of Ministers of Delhi. That is a total of 7 members, inclusive of the Chief Minister. Right? Delhi is a union territory, so it also has a Lieutenant Governor who acts as the center's representative, and the state government, the elected government, has the right to make laws on all subjects in the state list other than 3, the 3 being police, law and order, and land. Okay, other than these 3, the Delhi Legislative Assembly can make their laws. Okay, then coming to the next one, which is the largest hydroelectric dams in the world? So it is the Three Gorges Dam in China, and China currently has the largest one, and China is going to make the next largest one also, which is Yarlung Sangpo Dam. Okay. Then Grand Ethiopian Dam, also known as Millennium Dam, is a major source of dispute between which 3 countries? So it is a dispute between Ethiopia, Sudan, and Egypt. Then which of the following countries is not a neighboring country of Iran? So Israel is not a neighboring country of Iran. The others are a neighboring country of Iran. Okay. Then quickly coming to the next one. Recently, yes, this year, 4 people have been appointed have been nominated in the Lok Sabha by the president, which is a provision for the president to do. So who are the 4 people who have been appointed? It is option A. We have Harshvardhan Shringla, Ujjwal Nikam, Meenakshi Jain, and C. Sadanand Master. Okay. All right. Then coming to the next one, the Super Swachh League category. Which of the following cities is not a part of the top 3? It is Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad has been given a Clean City Award in the more than 10 lakh population category. Swachh Shahar Award mila hai. Super Swachh League is a speciality of this year only. It was introduced this very year to include the cities of Indore, Navi Mumbai, Surat, who have been consecutively getting the top positions in the Swachh Sarvekshan, which resulted in the other cities not getting their respective, which resulted in the other cities not getting a chance to compete. So the government created this entire new category, the Super Swachh League, so that other cities also who are doing well in establishing cleanliness in their cities must also be given an opportunity to be ranked. So this year we've had Lucknow also as one of the top 3 in the Swachh Shehar category. Okay. Then Oscars of Science is known as Breakthrough Prize. Okay. All right. Then which of the following statements with respect to Niti Aayog is not true? It provides cooperative federalism by providing structured support, initiatives and mechanisms with the state. This is absolutely correct. Formulates credible plans with the village level and progressive. This is also correct. It was established on 1st of January 2015, replacing the erstwhile National Planning Commission. This is also correct. This is incorrect because the president does not serve as the ex officio chairman of Niti Aayog, but the Prime Minister serves as the ex officio chairman of the Niti Aayog. Okay. Then which country has recently returned Buddha's relics to India after 127 years? This was significantly news, and the correct answer is Hong Kong. Hong Kong ने 127 years के बाद भेजा है. Then the government of India announces MSP for some 22 crops. 22 crops के लिए MSP आता है. 22 crops has MSP. And we have one crop for which the government announces FRP. The FRP is fair and remunerative prices. Okay. And who does this? It is the Commission for Agriculture and Prices. And this MSP is calculated on a formula which is known as Swaminathan formula. Okay. This Swaminathan formula has been given by MS Swaminathan only, the father of Green Revolution in the country. Okay. Then coming to the next one, please remember this, children. This is important. Leadership of International Solar Alliance kiska hai? So India is the president of the International Solar Alliance. France is the co-president. Ashish Khanna serves as the Director General of International Solar Alliance for a 2-year term, that is till next year. Till next year. And also this year we had International Solar Alliance's 8th General Assembly, which was held in Delhi. And under this, there was one particular scheme which was talked about and promoted, that a global level initiative should be undertaken along similar lines, and it is PM Kusum. Okay, under PM Kusum, the government seeks to align rooftop solar panels in respective states. Okay. Also, International Solar Alliance established in 2015 and 2019, I believe, 2019. And this was the first international organization to have its headquarters in India. इसके अलावा we have 2 others, the CDRA, that is Coalition for Disaster Risk Infrastructure, that is also headquartered in India in New Delhi. ISA is in Gurugram. And then we have the 3rd organization, which is established in 2023, which is IPCA, International Big Cats Alliance, and that is also headquartered in New Delhi. And IPCA has Bhupendra Yadav as its elected president. Okay. All right. Then why is National Space Day celebrated on 23rd of August, right? So National Space Day is celebrated on 23rd of August to celebrate the landing of Chandrayaan-3 on lunar South Pole in August of 2023. This happened on the same very day. To commemorate the discovery of Raman effect in 1928, on 28th of February, we celebrate this as National Science Day. Okay. We celebrate this as National Science Day, and to celebrate the successful testing of Pokhran range of nuclear power the second time, that is Pokhran 2, which took place from 11th to 13th of May in 1998 under Operation Shakti. Okay, this was undertaken under the Prime Ministerialship of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So 11th of May we observe as National Technology Day. Okay, and National Technology Day this year its theme was Yantra. Okay, it's an acronym we've done in one of the questions previously. Okay, then coming to the next question. Okay, then coming to the next question. One of the causes of recent flash floods in Jammu and Kashmir has been outlined as Western disturbances. What is Western disturbances? The Western disturbances are temperate cyclones or extratropical storms originating in the Mediterranean Sea that bring winter rainfall to northwestern India. Okay, keep that in mind because Western disturbances have been in the news on and off. Coriolis force. What is Coriolis force? So Coriolis force is a force caused by the Earth's rotation at the equator, which causes for deflection, that is change in direction of oceanic currents and winds when they cross the equator. So the southern winds, they get deflected towards the right after crossing the equator in the North Pole, and the northern ones, they get deflected towards the left after crossing the equator. Okay. Then who has taken over as the interim president of Board of Control of Cricket in India, BCCI, after Roger Binny? It is Rajiv Shukla. Interim hai, और अब now we have Mithun Manhas as the present head of president of Board of Control of Cricket. Okay. Then Divya Deshmukh crowned with the FIDE Women's World Cup. Federation International Chess organizes the World Chess Championship. Who is the deputy president of FIDE? The deputy president of FIDE is Vishnu. Then the Promotion and Regulation of Online Gaming Act prohibits which of the following? So it prohibits offering of online money games, okay, other than esports and online gaming are absolutely permitted. Okay, who is the current Union Cabinet Minister heading the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy? So it is Prahlad Joshi, who is the Prahlad Joshi is not the correct answer for this. It is Hardeep Singh Puri. Okay. So you can tell me in the comment box what is the correct answer to this. Yes, Prahlad Joshi is only the correct answer. I'm sorry. C is the correct answer. Prahlad Joshi is your New and Renewable Energy Minister. In which of the following organizations was established through the Bretton Woods Conference? I told you previously also, it was the World Bank. Okay, United Nations was established through the San Francisco Conference. All right, yaad rakhna, San Francisco Conference. Okay. India has added 6 new Ramsar sites. In this question was in the month of I think 6 new Ramsar sites was in June. Okay, so which of the following sites has been declared the first in Jharkhand? So Jharkhand ki pehli wali is Budwa Lake. This one, Kichyopadli, was the first in Sikkim. Kichar and Minar were added in Rajasthan. Okay. Then coming to the next one, who has recently taken charge as the new governor of Maharashtra in September, which is Acharya Devrat, who has undertaken as the new governor of Maharashtra. Then Tahavur Rana, which of the following organization was established after the 26/11 Mumbai attacks? It was National Investigation Agency in 2009. All right. Okay. Then coming to the next one, the Ganges River dolphin has been declared as the national aquatic animal of India. When was Project Dolphin launched? It was launched in 2020, and along with Project Dolphin, please remember that Project Lion was also launched in 2020. Okay, and this year we've launched Project Dolphin Phase 2 in 2025. All right, and we also had the dolphin census. Total of 6,327 dolphins were recorded this year. Then the national flag was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 22nd July 1947. Who had made this? So it was Bengali Venkaiah who had made this. Okay. What is the main objective of the Gyan Bharatam mission announced in the Union Budget of 2025? So this particular mission has been launched along the same lines as Memory of the World program. And what is the basic purpose? It is to survey, document and preserve India's manuscript heritage. Okay, B is your correct answer. Then Sri Sailam Nagarjun Tiger Reserve is the largest. Which tiger reserve is the second one? So this was also a current affair this year. So we have Sundarbans Tiger Reserve, which has been declared as the second largest in I think October, in I think August or September, and a total of 1044 square kilometer of area was added to the Sundarbans Delta, Sundarbans Tiger Reserve, which increased its rank from decreased its rank from the 7th largest to the 2nd largest. Corbett Tiger Reserve is the first tiger reserve of India. Okay? Kanha Tiger Reserve is that tiger reserve which is getting affected with the Ken-Betwa river linking. Then no, it is not Kanha. Sorry, it is Poonho National Park, I believe. Okay. Then coming to the next question. In the 2025 vice presidential election, NDA candidate C.P. Radhakrishnan defeated which opposition joint candidate? It was B. Sundaresan Reddy. Please remember his name. This is also a probable question. Which of the following is the deepest landlocked port of India? It is Vishakhapatnam Port in Andhra Pradesh. Kandla Port is a tidal port. Tuticorin Port is the port that was developed to release pressure on from the Chennai port. Okay, and Paradip port is the port of Odisha. Alright, and Kandla, Paradip, and Tuticorin. They have also been awarded as the green hydrogen hubs. Which of the following countries have recently signed a peace agreement to resolve long-standing disputes? That is Azerbaijan and Armenia, who have signed this peace agreement. Then G7 country recently became the third to recognize Palestine. This is an important question. It is Canada. Okay, France has previously given recognition to. France became the first one this year to give G7 country to give recognition to Palestine. Okay. Okay. Then, which country formally joined the IBCA in August 2025? So it is Nepal. Nepal has become the latest joining. Okay. The 25th SEO Heads of Summit was held in which city? So SEO was held in Tianjin, China, and the declaration that was adopted, that was a Tianjin Declaration. This was a question in the Clat exam the last Sunday. Okay. Then the 10th schedule of the Indian Constitution, added to the 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1985, deals with which of the following? So it is the anti-defection law. Panchayati Raj institutions, added to the 73rd Constitution Amendment Act. Cooperative societies, 97th Constitution Amendment Act. Tribunals to the 42nd Constitution Amendment Act. Okay, remember the amendments. Okay, then which new international award was launched by Prime Minister in August? It was a Global MS Swami Nathan Award, and this award was given to Nigerian professor Ademola Adenli. Yeah. Oh. Then the 79th president of UN General Assembly was Philemon Yang, who has been elected as the 80th one. It is Annalena Baerbock, and she's taken up as the president also of the United Nations Organization. Then why do we celebrate National Women's Day on 13th of February? Because this commemorates the birth anniversary of Sarojini Naidu, who was given the title of the Nightingale of India because of her prowess in poetry and other literary works. And this title of Nightingale of India was given to her by Mahatma Gandhi. Simbex is a joint naval exercise with Singapore, and which of the following is correct? Longest uninterrupted naval exercise, and this is absolutely correct, and this India has been conducting with Singapore since 1994. All right, so A is your correct answer. Then Sunita Williams holds the second highest record of spacewalks by a female astronaut. Who holds the highest record of spacewalks by any woman? It is Peggy Whitson. She has a total of 10. Sunita Williams has a total of 9. Then, which India clinched their third ICC trophy title in 2025 by defeating which team? So it is New Zealand. Okay, we won the men's also this year and as well as the females. Okay, then GMT is 5 hours 30 minutes behind Indian Standard Time. The Indian Standard Meridian, which recommends Indian Standard Time, passes through which longitude? So it passes through 82.5 degree east. And please remember the name of Mirzapur or Allahabad as the place from where 82.5 degree passes. Okay? As one of the places actually. Okay. Then the 18th G20 summit was successfully conducted at Bharat Mandapam in 2023, where it has been the 25th summit held. It was in Johannesburg in South Africa. Okay. Then the Tarun Plus category has been launched under Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, and it has been added in 2024. So a little bit about Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. It was launched in 2015 and it is launched under Ministry of Finance. The purpose of this scheme is to provide collateral free loans. Okay, to provide collateral free loans to individuals who basically cannot afford loans, And initially when it was launched, so for it gave loans in 3 categories, and the maximum limit of the loan was 10 lakhs of rupees. Okay, the 3 categories में क्या था? We had Shishu, we had Kishore, we had Tarun. Okay, Shishu was till 50,000 rupees of loans. Kishore was 50,000 to 5 lakhs of rupees, and then Tarun was from 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. Okay, so till 2024, we only had these 3 categories of loans. Then the 4th category was added in 2024, which is known as Tarun Plus, and under this we give extend loans between 10 to 20 lakhs. So the maximum limit under which loans can be extended under the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is 20 lakhs. Okay, चलो next आता है फटाक से. Dash recently appointed Biela, very important one. It is Albania, who has appointed the first AI generated minister in the world, and her name is Biela. Okay, it is to combat corruption. Okay, then the Commission of India is undertaking SIR in Bihar. Which constitutional provision empowers it to undertake it? It is Article 324. Article 324 calls for conduct of free and fair elections, which is supposed to be the duty of Election Commission of India. Article 326 specifically mentions that the elections in the country will be undertaken on the basis of universal adult suffrage. Okay, and Article 329 says that it bars the courts from intervening in any of the in the electoral processes during the election process or the ongoing election process. And Article 170 is for delimitation of states. So A is your correct answer. Then, in which session of the Indian National Congress was Purna Swaraj adopted as the goal of the Indian national movement? It was the Lahore session of 1929, which was presided over by Jawaharlal Nehru. Here, Purna Swaraj resolution was adopted as the goal of the Indian national movement, and here he also said that he hosted on 30th of December 1929 India's tricolor on the banks of river Ravi, and he said that on 26th of January 1930 India is going to celebrate its first Purna Swaraj Day. Alright, so commemorating the same day, 20 years later in 1950, India chose to implement its constitution. Okay, and we became a republic. Then, who was the first and the last Indian Governor General of independent India? It is C. Rajagopalachari. Lord Mountbatten was the last British Governor General or Viceroy of India. He was also given this position of Governor General post Indian independence. And then after that, we had C. Rajagopalachari for one. Then, which of the following was not a revolutionary newspaper in pre-independence India? It is Kesari. Kesari was a newspaper of Bal Gangadhar Tilak, which he wrote in English, Marathi, and he had another newspaper, jiska naam tha Maratha, and Maratha newspaper was written in English. Okay? Maratha newspaper English में लिखा था. बाकी we had Kal, Yugantar and Sandhya. These 3 newspapers were revolutionary newspapers. Okay? So, then who is the current Union Minister of Civil Aviation? So it is K. Ram Mohan Naidu. This was also a question in AILET, Clat exam this year. Which article of the Indian Constitution deals with the election of the Vice President of India? So it is Article 66, which deals with the Vice President's election. Which of the following is incorrectly matched with respect to President's pardoning powers? All right. So it is option D, commutation, which means temporary suspension of a sentence without reducing its duration. No, commutation meaning that you you commute that sentence for some other sentence. Okay. All right. Then India has 9 vulture species, and recently the country's first dedicated vulture conservation portal was launched in which state? It was in Assam. Okay, Assam में ये launch हुआ था. Then which of the following pairs are correctly matched with their definitions? So for this answer, D is your correct option. All of them are absolutely correctly matched. Okay. Why was this question given? Why have I picked up this question? Because of the UN population report that was published this year. Okay. So, then Mission Mawsam launched in 2014 and it is launched under Ministry of Earth Sciences. Okay. Then quickly moving to the next one, the Smart Cities Mission launched by government, which of the following statements is true? It was launched in 20, no, it was launched in 2015 and it does have 6 core principles. The scheme sought to develop 100 cities. Yes, this is absolutely correct. Was not renewed in March. The scheme came to an end in 2025. It does not work under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Ministry of, sorry, not under Ministry of Finance. It works under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Okay, and the present Minister of Housing and Urban Affairs is Manohar Lal Khattar. Okay, UNESCO has added the 13th site under World Network of Biosphere Reserves. Which of the following is the 13th site? It is Cold Desert of Himachal Pradesh. This is under World Network of Biosphere Reserve, and this particular program was launched in 1971 as part of Man and Biosphere Reserve program. Okay, and since then India has had a total of 13 sites under this particular program. Also, one thing that you have to keep in mind is that this year, with addition of Cold Desert and others, I think 26 other sites were added this year. A total of 784 World Biosphere Reserves are present under the UNESCO list. Okay, and this is different from India's National Biosphere Reserve Program. The National Biosphere Reserve Program was launched in 1986, and under that, India has a total of 18 biosphere reserves recognized in India. Okay. Then coming to the next one, World Pulses Day, 10th of February. Which country is the largest producer, consumer, and also the largest importer of pulses? Please remember this, the largest importer also, all three of it is absolutely India. Okay, absolutely correct. Please. Okay. Then the elephant is the national heritage animal of India. Please your statement yaad rakhna bachcho. It is important. Which state in India has the highest population of elephants in the country as per the elephant census? It is Karnataka. Highest is in Karnataka, followed by Assam, followed by Kerala. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, essay. Alright, Dash has seen a Gen Z protest. So it is Nepal. Nepal saw Gen Z protests in 2025. Then, which of the following conflicts is referred to as the 12-day war? It is the present Iran-Israel conflict. So please याद रखना कि बहुत सारे operations हुए हैं. One is True Promise. 3, which is launched by Iran on US and Israel. Israel ने क्या launch करा है? Israel ने ऑपरेशन राइजिंग लायन लॉन्च करा है ईरान पर. ओके, यूएस ने क्या लॉन्च करा है? यूएस ने ऑपरेशन मिडनाइट हैमर लॉन्च किया है. इंडिया ने क्या लॉन्च किया है? इंडिया ने ऑपरेशन सिंधु लॉन्च किया है. सिंधु. ओके, ऑपरेशन सिंधु ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एड है, मतलब जस्ट टू ब्रिंग बैक आवर सिटीजंस फ्रॉम Iran, Indian citizens from Iran, और उसके साथ साथ we are not only bringing back Indian citizens but we are also bringing back Nepalese and Sri Lankan citizens. And इसके अलावा there is one more which is Bashrat al-Fateh or Glad Tidings of Victory that was launched by Iran after successfully destroying US bases in Qatar. Okay. Okay, then coming to the next question. Which team won the Asia Cricket Cup in September 2025? So it is India. India has won the Asia Cricket Cup also in 2025. Who is the youngest recipient? It is Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar is the youngest recipient. He was barely 40 when he received the Bharat Ratna. All right. Okay, then the 71st National Film Awards were awarded in September. Shah Rukh Khan, Vikrant Massey were awarded this award in the Best Actor category. Who was the recipient in the Best Actress category? So the Best Actress category was given to Irani Mukherjee for Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway. Shah Rukh Khan won it for Jawan and Vikrant Massey won it for 12th Fail. Okay. Then which national authority investigates money laundering related crimes in India? So it is the Enforcement Directorate जो कि money laundering crime investigate करती है इंडिया में. Internationally it is investigated by FATF. Established in 1989, India became a member in 2010. Then पराक्रम दिवस हम कब सेलिब्रेट करते हैं? पराक्रम दिवस is celebrated on 23rd of January. 9th of January को क्या करते हैं? 9th of January is प्रवासी दिवस. 15th of January को क्या करते हैं? Is National Army Day. और 25th of January को क्या करते हैं? National Voters Day. Okay. Then which new category was instituted in the Swachh Sarvekshan Awards in 2025? तो अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हमने किया है. It was the Super Swachh. Okay. Then became the 5th last fully literate state. It is Himachal Pradesh. The Financial Inclusion Index published annually by the Reserve Bank of India. और ये लॉन्च हुआ है 2021 में और इस साल इंडिया का स्कोर इसमें 67.0 था. Okay. Then which of the following statements with respect to Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana is not true? It was launched on 15th of July. Correct है. Skill development increase करने के लिए है और 4.0 phase has been launched in 2022 to 26. 26 तक fourth वाला चलेगा. Minimum education qualifications ये गलत है because there is absolutely no education qualification that you're supposed to have to get yourselves enrolled in this particular program. Okay. So UNO का concept organ is no longer active. It is the Trusteeship Council which became inactive in 1994 when the last trust territory, that is Palau, gained independence. बाकी सारे के सारे मस्त काम कर रहे हैं. Okay. Then which of the following conventions were not established under the Rio Earth Summit of 1992? तो ये तीनों established हुए थे. UNFCCC, UNCBD and UNCC. UNICEF was not established under this, and ये जो ऊपर के तीन हैं, they are also known as the three sister conventions. Okay. All right. Then which of the following newspapers was founded and published by Dadabhai Naroji? It is Ras Goftar. विराट उलकबार राजा राम मोहन रॉय का है. राम मोहन रॉय. Forward was S.C. Bose. Indian opinion is Mahatma Gandhi. Okay. FATF combats money laundering. कितने members और countries इसके member, कितने countries और organizations इसके member हैं? It is 39, 37 countries and 2 organizations. One is Gulf Cooperation Council and the other is Economic European Commission. Okay, so C is your correct answer. Then under which of the following treaties is the Permanent Court of Arbitration listed as a dispute resolution mechanism? It is under the Indus Water Treaty of 1960. Okay, FIDE World Tournament will be held in Goa, in India. So this was a Clat question also, which we've given here. Okay, which military organization pact was set up by USSR? It is the Warsaw Pact. Okay, Warsaw Pact was set up as a response to NATO. It was Warsaw Pact was set up in 1995, and Warsaw Pact came to an end in 1991 with the disintegration of USSR. All right. Which country will host COP20 of sites in November-December 2025? So it is Samarkand in Uzbekistan. Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe. We had the COP15 of Ramsar Convention. Ramsar का हुआ था ये. पहले ब्राजील में UNFCCC का COP30 हुआ था. इस साल Tianjin, China, we had the SCO. ठीक है, the 25th one. All right. Then who was elected as the first permanent president of Constituent Assembly? It was Rajendra Prasad. Then how many total Padma Awards have been conferred by the president in 2025? ये थोड़ा important है, याद रखना. It is, the number is important. 139, 7 Padma Vibhushan थे, बाकी सब Padma Bhushan और Padma Shri थे. All right. Okay, Ladakh is demanding inclusion in the 6th schedule. B is correct. Sonam Wangchuk is the activist who is leading this. नाम याद रखना, Sonam Wangchuk. और 6th schedule में inclusion इससे मांगा जा रहा है. But 6th schedule gives greater autonomy. 6th schedule provides for establishment of autonomous district councils which can form its own policies, programs without much consultation with the parliament. Okay. All right. Then who was the Viceroy of India during the launch of the civil disobedience movement? It is Lord Irwin. Lord Chelmsford was the Viceroy of India during the launch of the non-cooperation movement. Lord Willingdon was the Viceroy of India during the suspension of the suspension of the civil disobedience movement. Lord Chelmsford during the suspension of non-cooperation movement. Willingdon during the suspension. This is during the launch of it. Lord Willingdon during the suspension of the civil disobedience movement, and Lord Reading during the suspension of the non-cooperation movement. याद रखना, okay? चलो. Then World Intellectual Property Organization published Global Innovation Index. What is India's rank in the 2025th edition? It is 38. Monetary policy कब establish हुई थी, कितने members हैं? तो 2016 में establish हुई थी और 6 members. Okay. Odisha was the first state to be established along linguistic basis before independence. Independence के बाद कौन सा था? It was Andhra Pradesh. The person who led a hunger strike to get Andhra Pradesh into be established as a linguistic state was Potti Srimaralli. He died after a fast of 63 days. Okay, and this was undertaken in 1956. Okay. Here you can check the year ones. Who is known as the father of Indian cinema and has country's highest film honor? It is Dhundiraj Govind Phalke, which is D.G. Phalke, and Dadasaheb Phalke Award is also awarded, and this year it was given to Mohanlal, who is a Malayalam actor. Okay, then Ramon Magsaysay, इस बार किसको मिला है? It is from it has been given to Educate Girls Foundation from India. Nobel prizes अक्टूबर में announce होते हैं, and they are awarded every year on 10th of December on the death anniversary of Alfred Nobel. Which year were they established? It was established in 1895, and they were first awarded in 1901. Okay. Which mission was launched by India's NCPOR to explore Arctic region? It is Himadri. बाकी तीनों Antarctica के लिए हैं. Which of the following statements about earthquake is incorrect? So earthquakes are always followed by volcanic eruptions. ये incorrect statement है, बाकी सारे correct हैं. It is not necessary that if an earthquake occurs, a volcanic eruption must necessarily occur. Okay. Okay. The others are absolutely correct. Then under the Constitution of India, the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners can be removed from office on which of the following grounds? All right. So they can be removed by the president on grounds of proven misbehavior or incapacity, or proven behavior or incapacity through a similar process as the removal of a Supreme Court judge. Okay. When the United Nations General Assembly began its annual session, so the following entities are observer states in United Nations General Assembly. That is Holy See and Palestine. Both of them have observer status in United Nations General Assembly. Which of the following two vice presidents of India have served 2 terms in the office? So it is S. Radhakrishnan and Hamid Ansari. Due to which we've had a total of 15 individuals who have held the office of the vice president, and वैसे we have had 17 vice presidents for India. So C.P. Radhakrishnan is the 15th individual to hold the office and the 17th vice president of India. Okay. All right. Then which of the following statements about the 7th Khelo India Games is incorrect? All of them are absolutely correct. The last one is incorrect because Services Sports Control Board was not the champion of Khelo India Games. It was Maharashtra, followed by Haryana with a total of 158 medals, and Services Sports Board was the champion in national games, the 38th national games, okay, which were held in Uttarakhand. The 39th national game will be held in Meghalaya. Okay. Who won the men's single title in 2025 Wimbledon Championships? So the answer to this is Jannik Sinner. Then the International Solar Alliance was founded by which countries? It was founded by India and France and headquartered in Gurugram, India. Then who is the Union Minister of Law and Justice in India? It is Arjun Ram Meghwal. Okay, B is your correct answer. Which of the Government of India Act repealed provincial diarchy with provincial autonomy? ठीक है, तो पहले प्रोविंशियल डायकी इंट्रोड्यूस हुई थी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1919 में, एंड देन इट वाज रिपील्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935. ओके, ऑलराइट. Then Ramsar में this year Ramsar COP15 was held this year in Zimbabwe. What is the average years after which this particular convention takes place? So it is after every 3 years. It is a triennial event. Then Gen Z protests हुए नेपाल में. उसके बाद we have the new prime minister which is appointed. Who is she? It is Sushila Karki, and KP Sharma Oli was the one who was made to resign. Alright. Gen Z का age क्या है? 1997 to 2012. Okay. Then, which of the following best differentiates between the International Court of Justice and the International Criminal Court? So the correct answer to this is option D. ICJ settles legal disputes between states, while ICC persecutes individuals for international crimes. ठीक है? ICJ was set along with the United Nations in 1945. ICC जो है वो 1998 में has been not set up in 1988, but the Rome Statute was adopted in 1998 and it was implemented in 2002. So 2002 में we have the International Criminal Court which was established. Okay? चलो ऊपर वाले स्टेटमेंट्स भी देख लो अच्छा थोड़े से. ICJ tries individuals for crimes like genocide and war. नहीं, ये crimes like genocide and war ICC करता है. Disputes between state ICJ करता है. ICJ is based in Geneva. ICC ये भी गलत है. Both of them are headquartered in The Hague, Netherlands. ठीक है? Both of them are headquartered in The Hague, Netherlands. Then both ICJ and ICC are judicial organs of United Nations. नहीं, ICJ है judicial organ इसका, ICC नहीं. Okay? Keep the differences in mind. Then when and where was the last SAARC summit held before the series was suspended? So the correct answer to this is 2014 काठमांडू. उसके बाद 2016 में शेड्यूल होना था, नहीं हुआ. मतलब it was scheduled but it did not take place. Then Yuddhabhyas was conducted between which two countries? So Yuddhabhyas is conducted between India and the United States of America. Treaty of Sogoli 1816 में हुई है. किसके बीच में हुई है? नेपाल and British India के बीच में हुई है. Then which constitution amendment provides for the establishment of cooperative societies? This I've told you previously also. It is the 97th constitution amendment that ये पंचायत के लिए है, ये municipalities के लिए है. 91st constitution amendment act is not important. Okay. Then who is the first female recipient of Bharat Ratna? The first female recipient was Indira Gandhi. Okay. Alright, then why is Indian Army Day celebrated on 15th of January? Every year it is celebrated on 15th of January to mark India, to commemorate the transfer of the command of the Indian Army to an Indian Commander-in-Chief. B is your correct answer. Then under which article of the Indian Constitution is the amendment process described और कितने तरीके के हैं? So it is Article 368 of Part 20 of the Constitution, and we have two types of amendments that have been provided for it. Okay. Then Russia-Ukraine war began in 2022. Which of the following countries is not a neighbor of Ukraine? So it is B. Estonia is not a Ukrainian neighbor. In which year was Indian Meteorological Department established and under which ministry does it function? So Ministry of Earth Sciences in 1975. This year we have 150 years of IMD. Then the third UN Ocean Conference took place in Nice, France, drawing global attention towards sustainable use of ocean resources. When is World Ocean Day celebrated? It is celebrated on 8th of June. ठीक है? 5th of June is World Environment Day. और छठ महापर्व है इस समय. अभी हमारे पास प्रेजेंटली कितने एंट्रीज हैं? अच्छा, we have a total of 15 entries in the intangible cultural heritage list. Now yesterday only we've had a 16th entry. ठीक है? 16th entry क्या है? It is Deepavali or Diwali. ठीक है? Okay, this is the 16th one. All right, then the BBNJ treaty will come into force or become effective from which year? It is January 2026. Around 75 countries have given their ratification of BBNJ treaty. India has not ratified it, and also it required 60 ratifications to be legally implemented. All right. Then the next one, India's first national security strategy. Who is the ex-officio chairperson of National Security Council Secretariat? It is the National Security Advisor. Is not located south of equator, so it is Venezuela, which is located above equator. बाकी सारे equator के नीचे हैं. India has achieved 20% ethanol blending by 2025, much ahead of its original year target, जो कि क्या था? It was 2030 तक हमें ये करना था, हमने 2025 तक ये कर दिया है. Then which biosphere reserve was India's first reserve recognized under World Network of Biosphere Reserve Program? It was Nilgiri, 1986. NASTROSAT completed 10 years in orbit since its launch on 28th of September 2015. What is its basic significance? It was India's first multi-wave space observatory. खत्म नहीं हुई है, but it has only completed 10 years in orbit. Okay. Then the next question, excuse me. India clinched its record what number of victory in the Asia Cup title? So it is the 9th victory that which we achieved this year, and we defeated Pakistan. Okay. Then the next question is on the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, because this was in news with respect to Sonam Wangchuk. I've just given it here in the question so that you all can remember it. So which is incorrect? All of them are correct other than this. Why? Because here it says designated government bank account. So government bank hai, Axis Bank is a private bank. So it is actually the State Bank of India, New Delhi branch. Okay. बाकी सारे स्टेटमेंट्स याद कर लेना इंपॉर्टेंट है. अफस्पा कहाँ लगा है इस समय, कहाँ बढ़ाया गया है 6 महीने के लिए? It is Nagaland, Manipur and Arunachal Pradesh. Other than that, AFSPA is applicable to all the 7 states of Northeast India. India has proposed a 69-kilometer Kokrajhar-Gapelu rail line, a special railway project undertaken by the Indian Railways. ये कौन सी कंट्री के साथ है? It is it भूटान. याद रखना, this is important. Okay. Then public interest litigation इंडिया में कौन लेकर आया था? Who has been credited with it? It is Justice P.N. Bhagwati and Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer. Please remember the names, children. It is important. Then the French Parliament. We'll quickly go through the questions now. The French Parliament recently voted to remove the government along with the Prime Minister. Has been the borrowed. What have we borrowed from the French Constitution? This was a pretty easy one. We borrowed liberty, equality, and fraternity. Then SCO was granted an observer status with the Commonwealth of Independent States of Russia in the Tianjin Summit. तो ये important है, ये please याद रखना, ठीक है? Please remember this statement. And when was Commonwealth of Independent States established? It was established in 1991 after the breakup of USSR in 1991. Okay, quickly moving ahead. India holds 2+2 dialogues. 2+2 मतलब कि 2 ministers, that is the foreign minister, defense minister from India, and 2 ministers, the same foreign and defense minister from that other countries. किसके साथ हम नहीं करते हैं 2+2 dialogue? It is with Canada. बाकी सबके साथ हम करते हैं. Then, which country has become the first OECD to sign a bilateral agreement with India? It is Israel. Okay, Israel has become the first OECD country to sign a bilateral agreement with India. Then, India has recently undertaken commemorated 60 years of diplomatic relations with Singapore. Quickly given your answers, which of the following statements with respect to India Singapore is correct? सारे ही करेक्ट हैं other than the last one. क्यों? क्योंकि it is not Singapore to whom we have exported BrahMos, but it is Philippines. Philippines is the first country to which India has exported the BrahMos missile system. बाकी सारे करेक्ट हैं, याद कर लेना, ठीक है? इंडिया सिंगापुर ग्रीन एंड डिजिटल शिपिंग कॉरिडोर है हमारे उनके साथ. आसियान इंडिया अग्रीमेंट इन गुड्स एंड अग्रीमेंट है, दैट इज एटीगा जिसका ये पार्ट है, और यूपीआई पे नाउ लिंकेज भी है इंडिया का इनके साथ. Saudi Arabia के साथ Pakistan has undertaken this treaty. This is important agreement. Sorry. Then 140 recognized. More than 141 members have recognized Palestine as a state. India ने कब करा था? India ने 1988 में करा था. India had recognized Palestine in 1988, but India had given recognition to PLO, Palestine Liberation Organization, in 1974. Okay, ओके ये दोनों जो इस बार यूनाइटेड नेशंस जनरल असेंबली में पैक्ट्स अनाउंस हुए हैं, इनिशिएटिव्स अनाउंस हुए हैं, व्हिच इज पैक्ट फॉर द फ्यूचर एंड ग्लोबल डिजिटल कॉम्पैक्ट, किससे रिलेटेड है? इट इज फॉर नॉन मिलिट्री एआई गवर्नेंस. Okay. Then the International Criminal Court was established to deliver verdicts against individuals charged with war crimes. Recently in September, which 3 African countries have withdrawn from ICC? It is Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger. ICC से भी withdraw किया है और ECOWAS से भी withdraw किया है. India is not a member of ICC. ECOWAS में India has had an observer status since 2004. Okay, India is a part of a quadrilateral grouping which formally came into existence in 2007. Which countries are members of the quad grouping? It is a very laddu question. It is US, Australia, Japan along with India. We also have another organization known as I2U2, which is known as mini quad. ठीक है, तो इसमें इंडिया, इजराइल, यूएई एंड यूएस है. क्या करना है? कार्गो शोल डिस्प्यूटेड है, किसके बीच है? इट इज चाइना एंड फिलीपींस. Oh God. China and Philippines. Then Dash is in talks with Afghanistan to regain control of the Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan. So it is USA. USA is in talks with Afghanistan. Then coming to the next question, under the new GST reforms, a dash tax slab has been added for demerit of sin goods. It is 40. बाकी 12% वाला हट गया है और 28% हट गया है. So we have 0, we have 5, we have 18, and now we have a special one which is 40. Okay, then India's semiconductor mission launched in 2021 boost semiconductor production in India. Which country is the largest producer? So it is option B, Taiwan is the largest producer of semiconductors in the world. वर्ल्ड इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन 38th रैंक है. पहली बार ये कब रिलीज हुआ है? 2007. ठीक है. क्या है मीनिंग ऑफ हॉलमार्क? हॉलमार्क का मीनिंग क्या है? करेक्ट, इट इज ऑप्शन बी, एक्यूरेट डिटर्मिनेशन एंड ऑफिशियल रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनेट कंटेंट ऑफ प्रेशियस मेटल्स इन एन. देन 14th एडिशन ऑफ मैत्री एक्सरसाइज मेघालय में हम किसके साथ करते हैं? मैत्री हम थाईलैंड के साथ करते हैं. Then biggest Naxal operation has been Operation Black Forest under Operation Sankalp. ठीक है. Okay. India and Russia have recently celebrated 25 years of strategic partnership. कौन से ग्रुपिंग का दोनों मेंबर नहीं है? It is Quad. बाकी G20, BRICS और United Nations Organization का मेंबर इंडिया और रशिया दोनों है. Then EFTA was signed in March 2020. EFTA signed the free trade agreement, trade and economic partnership on 10th of March 2024, which came into effect from 1st of October 2025. Which of the following are not country or is not a part of EFTA? Which is C, Estonia. Estonia is not a part of EFTA. बाकी Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway and Switzerland. ठीक है, ये 3 countries plus Switzerland, these are parts of, और यही 4 countries basically they form EFTA. Okay, the 46th ASEAN Summit was held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. UNHRC बनी कब है? It is made on 2006. United Nations Human Rights Commission established in 2006. Total financial outlay for प्रधानमंत्री धन धान्य कृषि योजना was A 1.44 lakh crores. Then Naxalism originated from Naxalbari movement in the year 1967 and India seeks to root it out from 31st of March 2026. Saksham drone initiative उठाया है इंडिया ने to target and to kill drones, hostile drones and other kinetic and non-kinetic means. So B is your correct answer. Then which country conducts the Konkan naval exercise jointly with India? So it is United Kingdom, जिसके साथ हम कोंकण करते हैं. Then सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट पहली बार कब आया है? तो पहली बार वो ब्रंटलैंड रिपोर्ट से आया है 1987. Then which nation has become the first in the world to have its entire territory? ये भी इसी बार के वर्ल्ड बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व नेटवर्क वाले लिस्ट में ही they had given this. So it is Sao Tome and Principe. Okay. Then International Union for Conservation of Nature का कंजर्वेशन कांग्रेस कहाँ हुआ है? तो इट इज इन अबू धाबी इन यूएई. इज योर करेक्ट आंसर. मैत्री 2 2029 तक ऑपरेशनल होगी. देन कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट वन, इंडिया को कौन से कैटेगरी में करा गया है इन द ग्लोबल हंगर इंडेक्स? इट रैंक 102. इट इज सीरियस कैटेगरी. देन नोबेल प्राइज फॉर फिजियोलॉजी और मेडिसिन किसको मिला है? It has been won by Branko, Ramsden and Sakaguchi. Okay. Then India's first dedicated space observatory 10 साल complete हो गए. It is AstroSat. B. Then 5 beaches, blue flag beaches category में आए हैं. कहाँ आए हैं? महाराष्ट्र में आए हैं. तो अब I think the total blue flag beaches in the country are 18. ठीक है, अब 18 हो गए. India has received a 6-month favor from USA. किस पोर्ट के लिए? चबहार पोर्ट के लिए. बी इज योर करेक्ट आंसर. इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया अंडरटेक्स इलेक्शंस टू व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग ऑफिसेस? प्राइम मिनिस्टर का करता है केवल. ठीक है, ओनली अंडरटेक्स इलेक्शन टू द प्राइम मिनिस्टर. सरपंच और मेयर का स्टेट इलेक्शन कमिश्नर करवाता है और गवर्नर इज अपॉइंटेड नॉट इलेक्टेड. ओके. देन व्हिच कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अमेंडमेंट एक्ट added schedule 12 to the constitution? That was the 74th constitution. 73rd से क्या आया था? शेड्यूल 11 आया था. 1st से क्या आया था? शेड्यूल 9 आया था. 86 से कोई शेड्यूल नहीं आया था. 86 से एजुकेशन के लिए. संविधान हत्या दिवस कब होती है? इट इज ऑन 25th of June. देन 2025 महासागर डॉक्ट्रिन आया है. तो व्हाट इज द करेक्ट फॉर्म ऑफ महासागर? ठीक है, सागर इज सिक्योरिटी एंड ग्रोथ फॉर ऑल इन द रीजन, लॉन्च्ड इन 2015. ठीक है, मोदी जी ने करा है. सागर विजन को अब हमने महासागर कर दिया है, जिसका फुल फॉर्म इज म्यूचुअल एंड होलिस्टिक एडवांसमेंट्स फॉर सिक्योरिटी एंड ग्रोथ अक्रॉस रीजन. ओके. देन कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट वन, the Asian countries have recalled for de-dollarization of international trade. What do you mean by de-dollarization? So it is a process of reducing the dominance and dependence on US dollar in global trade, reserves and financial transactions. 12th of August हर साल हम celebrate करते हैं World Elephant Day. Which state has the highest population of elephants? It is Karnataka, followed by Assam, followed by Kerala. Okay, ISFR में which state in India has recorded the maximum reduction? It is Madhya Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh is also the state with the highest forest cover in the country. India's maritime boundary is now approximately 11,098 kilometers to be specific. 11,098 kilometers. Which state has the longest coastline? It is Gujarat, followed by Tamil Nadu. Okay. Tropic of Cancer passes through how many states? It is a total of 8 states. 8 states से Tropic of Cancer passes. Which of the following rivers and the original sources is? Origin sources is incorrectly matched. So it is C, Krishna river. त्र्यंबकेश्वर से गोदावरी रिवर निकलती है, नॉट कृष्णा. कृष्णा comes out of महाबलेश्वर. Okay, बाकी सारे आर करेक्ट. Then Viceroy of India during the launch of civil disobedience 1930 मतलब, so it is Lord Irwin. Okay. Then Sagarmala achieved 118% growth in coastal shipping. In which year was the program launched? So Sagarmala was launched in 2015. इस साल 10 साल उसके complete हो गए. 94th हो गया है अब, which is Gogabeel Jheel in Katihar district of Bihar, which is Bihar's 6th Ramsar site now. When did India ratify the Ramsar Convention? India ratified it in 1982. ठीक है, 1971 में कन्वेंशन साइन हुआ था, 1975 में कन्वेंशन इंप्लीमेंट हुआ था और इंडिया ने इसको रैटिफाई किया है 1982. Then what is the theme of International Year of Cooperatives 2025? So the theme is Cooperatives Build a Better World. B. लोकपाल एक्ट कब आया है? 2013 में आया है. National Voters Day celebrated 25th January since 2011. A is your correct answer. Then 8th Pay Commission, who is the chairperson of the first Pay Commission? So it is Shri Srinivas Varadacharya. All right, C is your correct answer. Ranjana Prakash Desai, 8th Pay Commission ki head. Okay. United States of America undertaken its protectionist measure aligning with making America great again. Do not fall under nahi hai kaun se? That is subsidies. Sorry, direct taxes. Baki tariffs, quotas and subsidies are प्रोटेक्शनिस्ट मेजर्स. डायरेक्ट टैक्सेस हम अपने लोगों से ही लेते हैं कंट्री में. क्वाड ग्रुपिंग कब फॉर्मलाइज हुई एंड अंडर विच लीडर? इट वाज अंडर शिंजो एबी इन 2007. Then Oslo Peace Accords brokered between Israel and US by US President, Israel and Palestine by Bill Clinton. बराक ओबामा ने 2015 में JCPOA करवाया था ईरान के साथ. Bill Clinton was for the Oslo Accords 1 and 2, and we had Jimmy Carter for the 1978 Camp David Accord and Donald Trump for 2018 withdrawal from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action and also for bringing about the temporary Gaza peace. जिसके लिए उनको सड़ा सा फिडे का नोबेल प्राइज भी मिल गया. चल. Next question, Atmanirbharta and pulses. Which three pulses are specially focused upon under the mission? So it is option A, Tur, Urad and Masood. Okay. Then which article provides for establishment of GST Council? It is Article 279A. Themes is launched by Ministry of Finance, National Manufacturing Mission. Okay. Atmanirbharta and pulses, agriculture and farmers welfare. Priyam Mitra is textiles. Semiconductor mission is Niti. Agenda of revamped Udan to add 120 new destinations, enable affordable air travel for 4 crore more passengers. So correct answer is both A and B. Then the Indian men's hockey team defeated Dash 4-1 in the final of Hockey Asia Cup in Rajgir. किसको हराया है? हराया है साउथ कोरिया को. इंडियन चेस प्लेयर कौन सा है जो 91st बना है? इट इज राहुल BS. Then Indian women shine at World Boxing Championship. किसको मिला है? It is Jasmine Lamboria and Meenakshi Huda. Then Belgium and Netherlands will co-host the next Hockey World Cup in 2026. When did India win the last Hockey World Cup? It was in 1975. Which of the following COPs and the place of meeting is incorrectly matched? So it is D. ये COP 15 है and it took place in Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe. Okay, D is your correct answer. Okay, now quickly give me the answer to this. Fatafat, go through it. Which exercise is not held between India and Indonesia? It is Varun. The others are with India and Indonesia. Varun is with France. Okay. All right. Then the next question. Gulf of America किसको करेंगे नाम? Gulf of Mexico को. नीति आयोग. If the following with respect to the basis of is incorrectly matched, it is A. Achiever is greater than 60 or 50. Okay, A is incorrect. Then cable state, which is India's cable state first rail bridge, it is Anjikhad. B is your correct answer. Bharat Pole, CBI किस मिनिस्ट्री के साथ काम करता है? Home Affairs, Ministry of Home Affairs. Defense has declared 2025 as the year of reforms. C is your correct answer. Then National Turmeric Board कहाँ पर है? It is in Nizamabad, Telangana. Then Project Cheetah, which country के साथ हमने recently sign किया है? It is Botswana, which is the third country. The first ones were Namibia and South Africa. Botswana से भी हम 8 चीताज इंडिया लेकर आ रहे हैं. 44th वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज साइट इस साल आया था. 3 साइट्स डीलिस्टेड हैं. ये तीनों के तीनों ही साइट्स हैव बीन डीलिस्टेड, मतलब उनको हटा दिया गया है बिकॉज ऑफ पुअर अपकीप. ओके. देन तमिलनाडु ने इंडस वैली स्क्रिप्ट को डिसाइफर करने के लिए $1 million का प्राइज निकाला था. IBC was discovered by the Archaeological Survey of India in 1924 under the Director Generalship of whom? So it was under the Director Generalship of Sir John Marshall. Who is the captain of the Indian cricket team? It is Harmanpreet Kaur. who is presently the Minister of Jal Shakti. It is C.R. Patil. Who was the first Viceroy of India? It is Lord Canning, 1858. Right to information celebrated 20 years this year. Last Chief Information Commissioner India का कौन था? It was Hiralal Samaria, who I think retired in September. और तब से the position has been left vacant. And Wajahat Habibullah was the first Chief Election Commissioner of India. Okay. So with this, we come to an end of all the top most important anticipated questions and topics for your AILET exam. I hope you all had a wonderful time as much as I had taking this session for you all, and wishing you all the very best for your exam.